Hello and welcome to Sheffield Hallam University, and welcome to my presentation on the BA Honours Human Geography degree. My name is Dr. Camilla Bassi, or Camilla, and I am the course leader. One of the strengths of our long-standing Human Geography degree is its course size and staff-student ratio. You won't feel lost in the masses. At the same time, the course is big enough that you can meet and make the right friends for you, but also know everybody's name. On the other hand, coming to Sheffield Hallam University means you will be part of a large and diverse academic community, and with that comes a superb range of extracurriculum student societies, activities and opportunities. So on the one hand, you will be part of a local close-knit academic community vis-a-vis the course. On the other, you will be part of 32,000 students and 4,500 staff. There are a number of reasons to choose to come to Sheffield Hallam University, notably the quality of our teaching. We were recently awarded the University of the Year for teaching quality, and another reason is in Sheffield you have at your doorstep, or very close to your doorstep, city and countryside adventures. As a keen recreational cyclist, I love living in the city, but also being less than 20 minutes and on a good day less than 15 minutes away from the beauty and the expanse of the Peak District. And here is the award for excellence in teaching that I've just mentioned. This is something that as a university we are very proud of. As an applied university and as an applied degree, meaning it brings together the academic and vocational aspects of human geography, you will gain invaluable work experience. For example, in a number of our modules, such as the first year module Fieldwork and Professional Skills, you will undertake real-life briefs set by community employers. This is to ensure that by the time you graduate, you have highly skilled employability attributes to offer. What's more, our university is incredibly well connected at a global scale, working with over 100 universities across 27 countries, and with that comes significant volunteering and studying abroad opportunities. So, moving on then to the course summary of the BA Honours Human Geography degree at Sheffield Hallam. Our Human Geography degree is well established. Indeed, it's one of the longest running human geography degrees in the country. Our degree delivers teaching that is abreast of an ever-changing world, and this is because the core human geography team are not simply on top of the existing knowledge and understanding base of our discipline. We are proactively contributing to that knowledge and understanding base, and we're proactively contributing to its debates. Our research and teaching relates to the Western and non-Western world, notably China, the Middle East and Latin America. Our teaching has a strong but not exclusive focus on urban and development geographies, posing the question and seeking answers to how we respond to the incessant challenges and crises of our world, looming climate catastrophe, the rise in urban poverty and exclusion, the conflict between globalisation and nationalism, epidemics and pandemics. Now more than ever before, the world needs geographers. A critical mass of geologists have declared that human activity alone, the consequences of human activity, have tipped planet Earth into a new geological age, that of the Anthropocene. The American geographer Mike Davis has foretold that we are on an unprecedented trajectory of ever-widening and deepening global urban poverty, a planet of slums, he's coined it. Now, these two phenomena alone make the question of sustainable urban living a critical one, and a key number of our modules address just this. The local consumption of fast fashion connects the geographies of everyday life, the name of one of our second year modules, with global consequences such as water pollution, the tension between globalisation and nationalism, as Asma mentioned, raises the question of how we deal with the devastating problems affecting the global commons when nationalist trends reject global cooperation, democracy and governance. And this is especially addressed in our final year module, Globalisation, Democracy and Change. The importance of human geography is its ability to connect and think through and commit to the local and the global. The outbreak of SARS coronavirus 2 or COVID-19 is very important to understand through a geographical lens. It follows an escalation of recent epidemics and proto-pandemics, H5N1 or avian influenza, SARS, MERS, swine flu, Ebola, Zika. The academic Rob Wallace astutely observes this trend as the consequence of interrelated changes in economic geography and ecological geographies. Firstly, he notes a widening circuit of agricultural production, which extends deeper and deeper into forests and back out into cities. Secondly, he notes the subsequent changes in the ecologies of host species that historically would have been confined to the deepest forests, but are increasingly now being bumped up against peri-urban regions with high concentrations of human beings. In brief, pathogens that previously were unable to get out onto the global stage are now able to do so, literally hitching a ride across a globally integrated air traffic network. If you look at the research and you listen to the experts, a global pandemic was predictable. Indeed, without radical changes to how we organise and run our world, our future will be locked into this trajectory. The world really does need geographers. Our second year module, Geography of Radical Ecology, explores work in our discipline that rethinks the relationship between humans, animals and nature, and specifically applies this work to debates on the Anthropocene and this escalating age of epidemics and pandemics. Who are we? We are a core team of research active human geographers who have arrived at Sheffield Hallam through the traditional academic route of master's and doctoral study and publications. And interestingly, as a team, our specialisms really do intersect with COVID-19. Our specialisms include animal geographies, health geographies, and the global geographies of capitalist political economy. Additionally, there is a wider team of academics who have professional background and footing within planning, architecture, transport, housing, urban and community regeneration, and environmental management. The staff base is academic and applied in terms of our expertise, and this very much shapes the diet and what we have to offer in terms of our human geography degree. Our human geography degree, in essence, examines the world as it is and has been and explores what it could be in the future in terms of progression and path of study that students can take. After the first year, a foundational first year that basically gives you the transition needed to university human geography study, students have optional modules to pursue either a more academic route in their second and final years, specialising in the subdisciplines of political, economic, social, cultural development and environmental geographies. Or students can also combine this with studying more applied and vocational modules, for example, in urban sustainability and environmental management. The course learning experience overall is designed to cultivate graduates that are confident, creative, resilient, and globally minded and conscious. There are 6 modules per year, mandatory, those essential to meeting the national benchmarks of a geography degree, and elective. Choices, module choices that give the students the freedom to specialise. Now, it's worth noting that an elective option for all 3 years is the study of a foreign language, which you can pick up from scratch or pick up from any previous level that you've studied it to, such as GCSE and A-level. And the language choices cover all of the major European languages, as well as Japanese and Chinese Mandarin. Please email me so I can send you the latest copy of our course handbook. It contains notably the course structure and summaries of all of our modules, as well as a taster reading pack. And it's a really good way of getting a proper flavour of the degree content. In terms of how we teach and how our students learn, pedagogy, a variety of approaches include lectures, seminars, directed independent study, blended learning, applied workshops, professional experience, and IT lab sessions, and day and residential field work. Our assessment is wide-ranging. Students will typically produce essays, reports, portfolios, posters, present individually and in groups, communicate and analyse field data both in qualitative and quantitative form. And finally, as I mentioned earlier, students will also undertake real-life briefs set by community employers. Applied learning is an embedded part of our degree. Now, if you talk to our students, it would be fair to say our residential field weeks are the highlight of the course. They are a unique academic and social experience. Our first year residential field course in London is Core. Here students look at a live urban regeneration project and undertake a neighbourhood profile, asking what insights they can get into community needs and how community groups might address the challenges presented in that area. In the second year, the residential field course is Core, but students have a choice between the Netherlands, where the focus is on urban sustainability and resilience, or New York, which explores a number of social and cultural geography themes: gentrification, social housing, sound geographies, and urban memory. There is an optional elective field week in the final year to Granada in Spain, and this week explores urban and rural change and development and the geographies of tourism, heritage and migration. Please do take a moment now to read these two tweets sent by two of our students during one of our block weeks to New York City. They are a great testimony. This degree offers students the opportunity of taking what we call a sandwich year, leading to a sandwich degree, which is a year between the second and final years of study that consists of a year-long work placement or a shorter work placement combined with studying abroad in one of our partner universities in, for example, Italy, Spain, Norway, Finland, Canada or Australia. Now, both qualitative and quantitative data, as well as anecdotal evidence, indicate that students that do the sandwich year tend on average to perform academically better in their final year and to graduate with relatively higher paid employment. So the benefits of the sandwich year cannot be underestimated in terms of the students' personal, academic and professional development. Thinking ahead on the question of employability, the really good news is that geography degrees in general are especially rich in transferable skills, and our degree is absolutely no exception. Being able to present cogent analysis and conclusions in the written, verbal, visual and numerical forms are skills that are distinct to geographers, and thus it opens up a wide field of employment opportunities. Where our students typically end up are in the areas that can be categorised by the following themes: geography-related employment, such as planning or teaching, the public sector, local authorities, the Environment Agency, or the civil service, for example, the private sector, such as tourism or retail management, non-governmental organisations, and a small but significant number go on to postgraduate, master's study and doctoral research, both here and in universities elsewhere, in the UK and indeed abroad. Now, the mental health and well-being of our students is very important to us. And at the course and university level, there are support structures and resources in place to guide our students and support our students through the course. Notably, when students arrive to the day that they finish at the university, they have a designated employability advisor, student support advisor, and academic advisor. The university also has an excellent counselling service and accommodation service, as well as a student hardship fund. Our course is set up through tutorial and group work and field activities, for example, to help students, individual students, integrate into their wider peer group. Because as we know, social connection is such a central part to good mental health. Before I summarise the key features of the BA Honours Human Geography degree here at Sheffield Hallam, if you haven't already, please do take a moment to watch and listen to one of our recent graduates, Lara Flannery, talk about her experiences on the course. Her video testimonial is on the Sheffield Hallam University course webpage, so just Google SHU Human Geography and you will locate it. Why study with us? In sum then, our academic staff base are committed to teaching and research. We, as a course team, listen to our students, which means that we proactively respond to feedback. We also have an excellent track record of making research links between staff and students, which has taken us as far as Parliament and presentations at Parliament. As the tweet on the screen by Shannon indicates, our degree is a distinct blend of academic and applied. And finally, our sandwich year is a superb chance for students to see the world and gain a firm footing on a future career path. So again, my name's Camilla, the course leader. Please do not hesitate to drop me a line with any questions about the course. I'd be very happy to hear from you and also to send you the latest copy of our course handbook. So for now, I will say take care, stay safe, and thank you very much for listening.